capacity.
You
could use some of that now.
Yeah, that's great, I think. But yeah, radiant damage, according to Jastra, will be very, very helpful. Vulnerability and stuff like that. Man, if you brought Cade, he would just be faying the hair all over the place. Radiant. He's busy with other stuff. Just kidding.
Does she make any note of like other, like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing being not as effective, or that perfectly fine?
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
If you guys have any capacity for attacking many things or blasting through many things, now's the time to do it.
I have explosive javelins.
My help. So, because again, like even if you kill one, there's like 30 more behind him, right? So you don't want to just only hit one thing at this point. You want to hit all of them to prevent you from either. If you're confident that you're not gonna get swarmed, go off. If you're not that confident, you better figure out a fucking way to stay mobile or how to kill really fast so they don't get to you.
So let me just read this real quick. Shots fired, the turn it is drawn, gain the ability to pierce through targets, making a thin line that reaches out to the gun's maximum range plus 30 feet. So that's 120 feet. If there's a specter in every square in a perfect line, I would hit every single one, assuming
you hit the... Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Holy Jesus,
okay, that's gonna be good.
So we make a
the
death
alternative
tunnel.
to that is +3 damage and +3 lightning damage, but that's, if there's like one big target.
Yeah.
So I won't be doing much radiant damage, but...
Yeah. It is what it is. For purposes of our non-present people here, Anushka and Nesty will be sending... So, here's what's gonna happen. Nesty and Miles, given that they're high level and stuff like that, they will be assisting with this in the grand scale of things. So they won't have turns and things, they'll just be helping. Anushka will be alongside Nesty. Nesty is going to if able, he's going to construct a post on high up. Another one!
This man just likes to dig tunnels as a treat. Or not tunnels.
He doesn't dig tunnels. This one he's just building, like those like posts that they put up top a tree? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Jaster has set up the ritual at the crossroads of town.
Sure.
She says there's... One, it's the center of town, more or less. Geographically, it's the center of town culturally, and it is a crossroads of destinies.
Is it also
she says that wording very specifically.
Okay. Is it also where you would probably have, I don't know, a wedding? Or would that be like somewhere else in the village?
Somewhere higher up. There's a grand plaza up here. Like a town center. Not center in the sense of like it's a center of town. Center as in it's a civil center.
Right.
Okay. I will say to Silas, no role necessary for us. The way Jaster describes like crossroads of destiny and stuff like that, to most people, maybe you're just a fool for thinking this, who knows, right? That's like, oh, that's some idealistic shit. It is idealistic. But you as a bard know it has merit. Right? In the same way, casting spells is a slight reflection of you as a person in some way, shape, or form. Again, that's one of the dangers of necromancy, is that you are subtly biasing the person you're bringing back to be under your will, whether you want it to or not. Right? There is an intrinsic merit and influence that believing that sort of stuff does. So yeah, you might call these sorts of people idealistic or idiots or fools, naive, whatever you want to call it. But there is a scientifically, if you want to refer to it as a backed theory, rather, that it does influence things.
Power and symbolism.
Exactly.
All right.
So, what were you going to say, Sajara?
Well, for those of us who do not necessarily have the capacity to deal with big swaths of threat at any given moment, it might be a good idea for us to stick close to those who can and make sure they don't get swarmed.
Be warned, the more of you are in a location, the more will swarm you. But I don't deny that there's merit in having someone at your back. And in that regard, she like pulls down her mask, revealing her gentle features and stuff like that, and does like puts her fingers in her mouth and whistles. She whistles and brings her mask back on, and you see some energy begin coalescing next to her, and you see this sort of hound appear, spectral.
It's a ghost dog. It's fucking hype.
The dog begins panting. It's hot. It's warm.
How
It
is it
sucks.
hot?
Dog no like.
So it's like, I feel you, I feel you.
Humid bed.
So she does accentuate the point of it's good having someone at your back. She gestures at the dog. This is Envoy. He's a hound that I met during my travels that never made it to the other side.
And now he refuses to leave you?
He refuses to leave his owner. His owner is long since passed. But she looks at him and pets him. Quote unquote pet. Actually, yeah, that would be interesting to know. So, Morgan, you would note that that is not a physical creature. Maybe
Right.
semi-corporeal, but she pets as if it is physically there. Not like some deceptive, I've done that at the perfect space. No, it actually stops.
Like, does she see the pressure on her hand of physically
Yes.
coming in contact with something?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Morgan just kind of tilts her head. It's like, what? Huh?
I couldn't leave him back there, so I took him with me. And there are many spirits like that in this world. For as grand as this ritual is, there are some that just simply have unfinished business that is too strong to go on. And they're strong enough of people that they haven't lost themselves fully. I suppose you might call it a rehabilitation. To rouse them back to the world of the living. Not in a sense of undeath, but in a sense of freeing them from madness. And she just sort of gives off this green energy, and you can begin seeing a number of figures standing behind her, like their silhouettes, their upper halves of them, and then they just begin fading away, and the energy flies back to her. To those of you that have seen the Brothers of Respite, something like that.
Oh yeah, did the banner have any reaction to being in this place? Not really. I'm
It
assuming.
is stronger now.
It is stronger now. Huh.
While you're here, at least.
Right.
Jaester carries with her the spirits of very notable dead. I say notable, distinguished dead.
Including
They
a
can
good
help.
boy.
They can help. She will be using them during the fight as well.
I just got back. She has celebrity ghosts.
Yeah, she's lovely. No, those that are unable or to pass on. No, I say unable to pass on and have enough character to hold true to themselves. She hangs on to them, or they hang on to her. It's a rehabilitation process, bringing them back into lucidity, but it does work according to her. And she does try to help them finish out whatever business they have left, if it's completable. If it isn't, then they just sort of hang around with her and other ghostly companions. Like Envoy. Best boy.
The good boy.
Boy.
Do you have a token for the good boy?
I do not, unfortunately. Woof, though.
A Bjork. Hmm.
Ollis has a bunch of questions and is spraying J-Star with them. How do you do that? How does it work? Where's your order based out of? Where's its origins? What's your founder like? Are there members of the Grave Wardens? On and on and on and on.
Is it a D-Day?
It was envoy, like to be an envoy.
Yeah, ENVOY.
Yeah.
He's an
Envoy.
envoy to the afterlife because he'll rip their undead throat out.
So will I.
Envoy barks at you in a happy, cheery manner.
Oh.
Bark the boy!
Jaestra is like all those sad stories you heard where you wish it were different. it's the epilogue chapter. So yeah, you guys are free to begin this ritual whenever you guys see fit.
Mm.
Partake a short rest at least.
Easily. Jacer does remark that if you guys have spells you want to cast prior or whatever, get those set up. She has the ability to give back spell slots.
Oh.
Very nice.
One of the members of my order is a Hospitalia Magos, a recoverer of magic. It's an olden term, but it's a welcome practice. I've learned some tricks from her.
We are very glad to have you.
She nods. I welcome your assistance. This place is different. There's much more power here. Miles just sort of rubs his neck and scratches his chin. There's a dead fae here, that's why. That's where I reckon they're getting their power from. Really? I see. Then I hope you're all ready for an onslaught.
What are the chances of a dead fae coming back?
Fae do not have spirits the same way mortals do. I have little concern for it. But it's a welcome paranoia.
And I'm nothing if not paranoid.
Looks between the two people that have the alert feed. Yes, seems accurate.
Their eyes are bloodshot and it's sunken.
They haven't blinked in years.
Looking over shoulder.
Alexander, you hang around with your girls and stuff like that. Can you make me actually all of you that went over to Blair, make me a perception check. Alice, you're using your con in place of your wisdom. Alexander, you do so with advantage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So this +1 actually. That's pretty good.
-2.
Your con is higher than your wisdom.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
My numbers are exactly the same, so just roll straight.
Bless
So
you.
I'll take it. Well,
Thank
18's
you.
not bad actually. Gesundheit.
I have advantage.
Would it have been
Disadvantage
10
on
minutes since that conversation with her?
Yes, after Jason describing all this, yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. You almost had another D4. Oh no.
Oh yeah, guidance. Forgot. That applies.
Guidance.
19.
It is a very hard to distinguish thing, so thusly only Alexander gets it, which I guess makes sense given that it's stemming from Kasai. That staff, her people's staff, is giving off warmth, like heat.
Oh.
And either she's aware of it and is just absolutely tolerating of it because that's sort of she's not unassuming. She's very accustomed to fire and heat, unsurprisingly, right? Or she hasn't noticed it, or whatever, right? But regardless, she doesn't give it any particular note.
A woman of culture, I see.
She's not capable of using it yet, correct? Because we haven't fought her Ligratos.
Yes, you guys have not been the Ligaratus and Oz have not deemed Kasai worthy as of yet. But she still carries it around, though.
Right.
And in Tenkai, you could use it as just like a normal staff, so nothing crazy about that.
Yeah, I think Alessandra would kind of motion to it, looking at her and say, "Things are awfully warm right now. Imagine it would be a valuable tool for this thing we're about to do. I'm sure we can get around to."
It would be valuable, but she shakes her head. I have not been deemed worthy yet. But it gives me solace having it close, at the very least.
You're worthy of it. It's just a matter of facing down the big guy.
Can you roll me your persuasion? You get boyfriend advantage, of course.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Almost an at 20. Damn. You had an 18 and a 19. Jesus Christ. Okay. Can you note down that 34 somewhere? Just note it down. Right
Sure.
there. Just read in your notes somewhere. Memorize it. Or type in the chat. I don't fucking know. Somewhere that you can easily access it. Just So this is a secret tool that we'll come back to later, except it's not secret because I brought it up. So, is there anything you guys want to do?
Did
What's up?
Hafren
Yes.
come with us here?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that for a second.
Hafren is... She's curious about this place, but she just feels so bad for Blair. Like,
Right.
because all as far as Hafren has ever seen Blair, she is like one of the like most convicted, like strong women that she would observe. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good examples in this group, but she's definitely up there, right? Seeing
And
her
now
this
she is
sundered
shattered.
is, yeah, it's disconcerting. I will say Oswayne is
Vibing.
brighter and more powerful than normal.
Oh. That's not surprising in the slightest. That's kind of what I'm picking up. For this whole place is like, is it undead related? Yeah, it's fucking supercharged right now.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy.
Wow,
It's
concept.
wild.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I was gonna talk to Jastra, but I'll talk to Hafren unless someone else is gonna say something. I think I jumped in front of someone.
I'm gonna do something, but it's not related to Hafren, so feel free.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll hit up Hafren. I guess just like heading on over.
She like
Thing.
playing with her hair nervously.
Play with her. Is she like sitting down like on a bench?
No, she's standing.
Standing. Okay.
Oswald's like right behind her, and you swear he's gotten like 3 inches taller.
She,
A bit
she
more
kinda,
broad shouldered.
she looks kind of like behind
I kinda
Hafren to see if he's just like kind of floating higher or if he's just like.
No, he's got legs. He's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
He is
He has
burning
legs?
brighter. Yeah, they've always had legs.
Oh, okay. I'm insane. Just gives him like a little nod, just like, all right, looking good, champ.
This place is cursed.
Yar.
This place is real proper cursed. You know it's cursed when I'm getting stronger from it.
Yeah, it's good and bad, I suppose. How are you feeling? Directed towards like Hafren.
I'm feeling fine. I just feel, honestly, sorrowful.
Right. There's a lot to be sorrowful around here, I suppose.
Are we gonna be... I'm not trying to rush us, but this place is... Miss Jacer said it best. It's... ominous. That's just the twins in you speaking sense. He says, looking around.
He has a point. We'll be here however long it takes to handle this, which I can't really give you a good guess, unfortunately. We'll try to keep it short, though.
She nods.
She kind of like shakes her head, like trying to dismiss the thought of sadness and everything. So, how do you want to be involved in this? If you want to be involved in this, the upcoming ritual and everything.
I'd like to help.
All right.
Oswin behind her's like sucks his teeth, which is probably much more obvious, but also difficult to see because he doesn't have lips.
Yeah, it does.
Says a pretty dangerous task, though.
Right. You tell me, where do you think you could help here?
In the front?
What makes you think that?
She gestures at her weapons, which are only melee.
Right.
I don't really have anything else, and I don't really know anything else.
True. If you're on the front, you would probably be drawing a lot of attention, though. I wouldn't.
She tilts her head. And?
Garth, words, brain, there. I'm trying to think of how to incorporate you and not have you basically go down immediately. No offense.
That's fine.
Yeah. As much as you clearly are not afraid of passing on this mortal coil, having you just drop immediately is just... She's trying not to say tactically inadvisable, but she does say tactically inadvisable. How about this? I think Sajar mentioned this concept. Yes, Sajar did. How about this? You you be a front defense for someone who can deal with larger groups. Make sure no one comes at them.
Sure.
Okay.
Hafren is not picking the slightest, so you guys start to do something, she'll do it until you guys start pissing her off for whatever reason, which is a steep task.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, we have to really try to do
Yeah.
that, I imagine.
She's almost inverse of Amber.
Okay. How do I do this?
I would say do not worry too much on the tactics. It won't matter, like in
Yeah,
the grand scheme of the combat. But if your characters can worry about that, it makes perfect sense. But for you guys as players, do not worry about it.
Yeah. I think it's
I'm
something
not looking for a battle plan.
I think it's something Morgan will be mildly concerned about, ergo this. So, like, she's trying to, like... I don't know what I would roll for this, but she's trying to find, like, a spot that, like, Hafren still gets experience, but doesn't get swarmed and taken out instantly.
You can roll me wisdom, no prof.
Sure.
At this, actually no, I just say it straight. But
Okay.
the thing is, like, how do you tactically plan for this? Right? It's like it's an immensely
it's
hard
a
task.
Mob coming at you.
It's a mob coming from the fucking ground. So unless you guys gain the ability to fly, all of you collectively, and not leave a single person behind, it's going to be a rough task.
Would I be able to add a D4 to this or no?
No,
Ah, fuck.
unless it's contradictory influence, then yes. But that's it.
Can I add it on afterwards, or would I have to add that now?
You call it in now, or you don't.
It is an action, to be fair. Yeah, she'll use it now. I'll have one more use of that. If I click Wisdom, will it add the D4? Oh my god, I didn't need it, but I'm gonna have it anyways.
I got it down. Very good, very good.
Nice.
Yeah. She kind of just puts her fingers on her chin and thinks for a minute. It's like, where's the best spot for this kiddo?
The reality is, it's not a point of spot. There's no physical location that would be best for any of you. Right? When they literally in the fucking walls, they're in the goddamn walls. Yeah, it is
Location
much
doesn't
more
matter.
important. It is much more important that you guys, in the case of Hafren, stay mobile.
Okay.
The real thing that pings your tactical sense is Oswayne. He's stronger here too, and he's stronger right now. The ritual hasn't started yet, so what does it look like when the ritual does start?
Just summons
For
his
him.
fucking crew.
Potentially.
That'd be sick.
Oh.
He is the conduit point for them. So you bring up the concept to Oswin, and he thinks about it. I don't really know how that works, but the boys are my boys for a reason. We'll see how it goes.
The boys.
They might not be the only group of ghost people we'll see around here, she says, kind of shuffling the banner brothers on her shoulder. I guess shoulder back kind of section.
So, it's an option. It's an option. And boy, howdy, you guys gonna need it.
Haha!
You'll see how this shakes out in a sec. But anything else you guys trying to do?
Yes.
I'm giving a hard cutoff in 17 minutes, so we can actually move to the
Yeah,
content
no,
section.
absolutely.
Gotcha.
It's just like one quick thing I need to do. We don't even have to roleplay if you don't want, but Silas would ask Jastra, and yeah, I think just her to come talk for a second and kind of step away from the group for a minute.
Whatever you need to say it aloud. I'm not a fan of liars.
I'm not lying about anything. You said
Then-
that there's
Hiding something. There's those sorts of hidden agendas that leads these ghosts' existence.
an area of effect to the ritual, right?
Correct.
Can you show me where the borders are?
If this is some attempt to veil you having me in privacy, it is not
No.
a terribly effective one.
No, I just want to know where the borders are.
Then show me your map.
Says we'll pull out their map.
She gestures at a general zone. The boundaries are not particularly what's worth noting here. I merely put them on the larger trees in the vicinity.